everyone, welcome to MJS Coaching Football, and thank you for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. Coach Sullivan here, defensive coordinator, and I hope that your 2021 season was as successful as ours was. Today, in this 3-4 presentation, I'm going to talk to you about one of our match quarters variations that we call grade 2 versus Carolina, or the curl flat concept. Okay, so over here, I'm going to go through the key terms to help you better understand grade 2 itself, what the curl flat concept is, and how our grade 2 rules enable us to very easily bracket number 1 while covering up both routes within the concept, as well as the running back and the quarterback. Okay, and then over here, I'll bring it to life for you by diagramming Carolina, or the curl flat concept, on both sides. And I'm going to show you a press technique of a corner versus off technique of a corner, detached outside linebacker technique versus attached outside linebacker technique. Okay, so that's all going to be included. So the first key term is surface. What does surface mean? It's the offensive line. From tackle to tackle, when there's a tight end's in the surface. All of our defenders, okay, everybody involved in the grade 2 reads the surface. Okay, it tells you run, pass, direction. You can't go wrong. If you're going to be a match quarters team or any kind of a zone coverage team, they should be reading the offensive line, right? Because then you don't get beat in play action. Is always a dead giveaway. Okay, so that's what's meant by the surface. So all our defenders go surface to whatever their key might be. It's either number 2 or number 1, as you'll see. Okay, but starts with the surface. Second key term, the two on each side of the football, the two defenders who are impacted by grade 2 are the inside and outside linebacker. Okay, so it's on both sides. They operate independently. It's one coverage, not a split coverage. But the inside outside linebacker on one side are reading and reacting to 2 and 1 on their side, and same on the opposite side. So what we tell our outside inside linebackers, right, always starts with surface, but the rhyme, read number 2, tells you what to do. Read number 2 tells you what to do. Okay? And so number 2 in this concept is going to do the out, and number 1 is going to run a vertical route. A curl to us is vertical because it's over 10 yards. Whether it's 12 back to 10, 14 back to 12, which is usually the yardage for a curl route, it's over 10. Okay? So the curl flat concept, we always start with number 1. 1's running the curl, which is a version of a vertical, and 2's running the out, right? Trying to clear out the window to the curl. So number 3, what are our outside linebackers doing grade 2? They're going to cut number 2. Cut it and take it. Okay? If it were to become a wheel, they carry the wheel, but for right now, it's just the out. They're going to cut the out. Okay? Which to some of you might think, oh my God, you're opening up the curl window. No, we're not, as you'll see. The inside linebackers, surface, when they see 2's not coming to them, 1's not coming to them, they go right back to their base match quarters rules. Running back 2, spy the Q. Running back 2, spy the Q. So I'm saving them for last, and I'll teach you what we call our mirror technique when the inside linebacker is spying the quarterback. Okay? So then number 5 is the corners. They're going to bump and carry. Number 1's curl, and they're going to stay in the outside part of the bracket. See, grade 2, the cornerbacks and safeties, bracket number 1 unless. And the unless is if number 1's not vertical. Okay? So the corner is going to be the outside bracket on the curl of number 1. Number 6, the final term, the safeties, right? Surface to 2, they mirror the release of 2, so they're going to zone off to 1. And then they're going to be the inside part of the bracket with the corner. Okay, so you're going to see an inside-outside bracket of the number 1 curl by our corner and safety. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is transition to the diagram. I'm going to diagram Carolina, or the curl flat concept, in red. Right, Okay, so on this side, again, I have the press corner just to show you the technique. And over here, I have the corner at the usual. This is a one back set, so they're at 7 yards. Okay, so the number one, we're going to say it's going to be 12 to 10. Number two, running the out. Okay, the depth of the out's usually no more than 5 yards. You don't want to get too close, right? Screwing up the window here. So same thing. Top of the route at 12, coming back to 10. Number two on the out. Okay, so there's your curl flat concept that we call Carolina, right? Not subscribers, push that button. So now, how's this all play out? Well, I'm going to start with the outside linebacker first, okay, the detached. When they're detached, it's much easier. They can eliminate one step. Okay, so the surface we're going to put into the pass mode right now. Since all of our defenders are reading that, so here it is, right? They got the hi-hat, whether it's a hard set, soft set, not likely, but it's an angle set, vertical set, okay? You got a hi-hat. Pass! So in space, sees the pass set, sees two doing the out, he's going to cut the out, which means he's going to go to the line of scrimmage, the offensive side of the route, in between the receiver and the quarterback. That's what we mean by cut, okay? This outside linebacker, when they're attached or on the tight end, they got one more step. Knockback. We're always getting a fistful of tight end every time, unless, of course, they're blitzing. So the one additional step, and he's the only defender who doesn't really see the surface, but he certainly hears the pass call by all his teammates in and around him, behind him. And the tight end's now doing everything he can to get away from him, which he doesn't normally do if it's a run, right? So after he knocks back and gets a fistful of tight end, he reads the out route. One's vertical, so he cuts the out, right? And that's kind of the key. Two is out, but one's not coming in. One's vertical, so they cut the out. I'm sorry I left that part out. Okay? So not only is two out, but as they're expanding, one's not coming in, so they're going to stay cut on the out. Right? Makes sense? A little bit, I hope. Okay. So now let's get to the corners. Okay, bump and carry. When they're in press, they're an outside press, so they can clearly look in, see the surface, okay? And so if I'm on the left, I'm going to bump with the left, jam. If I'm on the right, I'm going to do the same with the right. So there's the bump, okay? And there's the carry. And as he comes inside, he'll remain outside the finish point, and obviously he'll get closer. The safety reads the surface pass, walk pedal, two's out, mirror the release. Now you read the curl. He's on the inside part of the bracket. So this isn't to scale, so it doesn't particularly look fantastic or doesn't, end up being the same as it is on the field because of the lack of spacing, but this is what would happen. So the cornerback would be inside the curl. The safety would be outside the curl. So it's bracketed inside out. Okay? Over here, the difference in technique when the corner is off, we just say take the charge, keep your feet hot as he's coming, get the jam on him. Now pick up the tempo. So that signifies the jam, tempo. Be on the inside, walk pedal. Be on the outside, be on the inside, right? Cornerback outside, safety inside. So there's the bracket. Okay, it's a totally different way to cover the curl flat concept that we call Carolina. All right? And the quarterback has to figure out all that on the fly post snap. The way we line up, that's our disguise. There's a freebie, non-subscribers. So now we come last but not least to the inside linebackers. right? Two's not to them, one's not to them. Surface pivot, pivot back, running back, same thing. If the running back is to you, you got him. If he's in protection, that kicks in the key rush, which is he adds to the rush, right? Now we got a four-man rush. If he were to be in some kind of a pattern, go get it. Right? Go get it. Running back goes away from you. Here's the technique we teach, right? Running back two will spy the cue. Running back's away. So I'm going to spy. And the technique that we teach is mirror, which means if the quarterback's here, you're here. So he's looking at you in the mirror. He sees you. If he moves over here, you move over there. So you're spying a quarterback, and the mirror is keep him directly in front of you. So if he's looking into a mirror, he sees you. Okay? So potentially here, if the back's in protection, a six-man protection, you got a four-man rush with a spy. Thing of beauty. Okay? So as I said at the beginning, thank you for watching my YouTube channel, NJS Coaching Football. I do really appreciate it. To subscribers and non-subscribers, please, any questions, reach out to me by my email, coachmjsullivan@gmail.com, because I'd love to talk football with you.